One of the things that directly affects women, men, people, of all ages, all socioeconomic statuses, all racial backgrounds, is the economy. And so a lot of times when it comes down to it and push comes to shove, people vote based off their pocketbooks. And so when I think we see people going to the polls next year, they're going to vote for this president, because the reality is a lot of people have jobs that didn't have jobs before. A lot of people can support their families. They have more money to put towards school lunches and field trips and activities and Christmas, and that's important to people all across the state and across this country.
This is Millie Weaver, and we are here in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, and the Donald Trump campaign is holding a Women for Trump National Day of Training. Let's go inside and talk to some of these Women for Trump. Is the turnout what you had hoped for with this event?
Well, actually, it's bigger than what I thought it was going to be. This room only holds 200 people, and so we had to limit it.
The room was filled. Almost every seat was filled. I was super excited, and most of these women only found out over the past, I think, 2 or 3 days. So I can't even imagine what our next events will be like when women are, alerted well in advance. This was kind of, more last minute because it only got out on social media, at least on my social media, I think on Monday.
This is actually a national event that came in to do this. In 2016, we actually did little pods all across the state. So it's a different approach, but I like this because it brought a lot of those people in for this, and they'll go back to their respective communities and they'll start spreading the message again.
And so I was super excited. We had women from all over the state, and we had people from other states come, I understand, as well. So that was wonderful.
I initially supported President Trump because of the Supreme Court and for his reduction on regulations. My husband represents Eastern Ohio in the U.S. House, and the other side was going to kill coal and overregulate, and that meant a lot of jobs gone out of our area. So I met him at a coal rally, and that's what was important to me, and he asked me to work for him, and I said yes.
And also things like the opportunity zones. He's actually looking into those and putting money into those. It's like $100 billion, and the fund right now that's going to be used to improve our infrastructures in our urban communities, and that is what I really liked. And I'm running for Congress in 2020 so I can help get him another vote in the House.
What are some of the issues that are very important to you this election season?
Keeping America progressing forward, stopping illegal immigration. I think it's important that people are vetted. There's no reason they shouldn't be. They always have been. No one complained about Ellis Island way back when,
We believe in strong defense. We believe in strong borders. So he's meeting those goals that he set for us, and so I appreciate that.
Right now, I think securing our southern border is of utmost importance to me right now. I've seen the effects of illegal immigration in my area on the West Coast, and it's been absolutely devastating to our communities.
He's made promises that he's kept, and he stands by the Republican Party platform from the top all the way down. On every platform issue, we stand for him.
What issues are most important to you?
I would say the Southern Wall and abortion, and I just like what he's doing for all the people, so many people. It doesn't matter what your race, doesn't matter your age. He just is for the people, and he can't be bought.
As a woman veteran, he has made sure to try to get stuff finished and accomplished to make sure all of the veterans are getting the services that they need.
I support Trump because I think that he's actually looking out for the hardworking American citizen. I believe that he has come from a place where he has been observant of the people who have worked for him and their lives, and I think he respects it.
Now, do you think that Trump's policies with jobs have personally affected the Ohio area?
Without question. The unemployment rate in my husband's district was through the roof when he was elected, and it has gone down into the single digits now. So there are plenty of jobs to be had. We need more workers at this point.
Unemployment is at an all-time low, and that's in the urban community in which that I actually represent. So I can see it personally. My mom herself, I keep going back to that tax, that tax cut because it directly affected my mother, So I really like that.
What we really needed was the reduction of regulation, the overregulation that was impacting the functioning coal mines. And right now what we need is for the natural gas to expand so that we can have more employment.
I totally agree with him on immigration. I can say that from my family coming here legally. the right way. I totally wanted a business person to be making these decisions. I just felt that he really had the commitment to our country that was necessary to have.
I support Trump because he's doing a lot for our economy. Stats go to show that there has been a ton of economic growth, the lowest unemployment rate in the last 50 years. And as a young conservative on a college campus, I want to promote that, and I want to encourage other college students to look into what he's doing because it's great.
Okay, I was just in Arizona at the beginning of August, and right on the border. I mean, these people live anywhere from 1 to 3 miles from the border, all the different people. And one lady was telling me about her brother who got kidnapped by drug dealers. This was before they put the fence up down there. He was forced to go to Mexico and carry drugs over. And he was the fortunate one because he lived. They left him out in the middle of nowhere, no water, nothing. He made it back.
Wow.
He lived.
I think that definitely we need a lot more coverage in cities like El Paso that are rampant with crimes. And if you talk to my grandma, she always gives my family an earful about how a lot of the immigrants who are detained, they live a lot better than the people who actually live in El Paso legally.
Right now, human trafficking is a huge issue. Sex trafficking is the fastest growing crime in the world right now. It's a $150 billion industry. There are over 40 million women trapped in this, and it's modern day slavery. And it breaks my heart. I'm very passionate about it. I go around to schools. I like to educate students about this, and that's one of the things. And you don't know what's coming. You don't know what's coming across the border. So that's why we need that security and structure.
Every single person that I talked to down there, and it was quite a few, were very happy about the fence. Some of them actually helped build the fence down there. Where they're Sierra Vista, Palominos, that area, out in the middle of nowhere, really, some of them. They helped build the fence. And they said it's night and day difference.
I lost a niece because of the drunk driver, and he was arrested later and found to be an illegal immigrant. So I do support treating everybody fairly at the border. I don't think that we are entitled to abuse people who come to seek asylum, but I think that a wall is really necessary in order to protect someone like my grandma.
We are going to overwhelm our system with illegal immigration. Our country can only absorb so many people at a time. And I am concerned that the left is very well aware of that, and they're trying to destroy our country from within by letting this happen.
How do you think it would be living in El Paso if we did not have ICE at all? If we had no border security?
If we had no border security in El Paso, I think that since we elected President Trump, there has been an economic growth there. And if we got rid of ICE, I don't think it would be as safe as it has been, even though it's not very safe right now to live there. The idea of getting rid of ICE is a little concerning. Yeah.
I support Trump because he's doing a lot for our economy. Stats go to show that there has been a ton of economic growth, the lowest unemployment rate in the last 50 years. And as a young conservative on a college campus, I want to promote that, and I want to encourage other college students to look into what he's doing because it's great.
What do you think the Trump campaign could do to try to encourage more young women to get out and get politically active and to, campaign for him?
Sure. Well, one of the things that I've actually been talking about and working on since well before President Trump ran, back when I was Miss Ohio, is the fact that so many young people are politically unaware. They don't understand the issues that affect them. They don't know what issues those candidates support. So having young people like myself and many other young women that were here tonight that are out there, whether it's on the news or in their communities, in the workplace, in their schools, talking about the issues that affect their everyday lives, whether that be student loan debt, whether that be the economy, unemployment numbers, what policies affect us, and what can we do to promote candidates and policies that are going to better serve our communities and better serve the future of this nation. We want a prosperous future. I mean, when you even look, Democrats, Republicans, we have a lot of the same goals. We want people to have jobs. We want families to thrive, businesses to prosper, people to be happy. We have different ideas on how to get there, but we need to be talking about these ideas and coming together across the aisle to get things done.
If you liked the video that you just watched, please support me directly at Millie Weaver at Subscribestar. You will also gain access to exclusive Millennial Millie content that only my subscribers will have access to. You can also support me by going to InfoWarsStore.com and making a purchase. Your support helps fund our fight against the globalists and the fake news lying media.
Serving with Infowars is a great honor, but I still need my morning coffee. And luckily, our break room at the Infowars headquarters is stocked full of high-quality Infowars Store Patriot Blend coffee. Grown in the high mountains of southern Mexico, the Chiapas farmers grow 100% organic, non-GMO coffee at the ideal altitude for the perfect cup. A robust coffee with great flavor and mild acidity. There has never been a more important time to support Infowars. So if you love coffee and if you want to fight for freedom, then you can help. Order now at the Infowars store. Sign up for auto ship and get your own high-quality supply of Patriot Blend coffee delivered right to your door at InfoWarsStore.com.